Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing the second chapter, that is linear equations in one variable. Now you already have learned about what is called algebraic expression in your last class, that is in class 7. So we will recall that first, because for understanding linear equations, first of all we have to get back the knowledge from the expressions, that is algebraic expressions, then followed by equations, and then only we can come to know about linear equations in one variable. So let us begin. So as you can see, in the first definition it is given what is algebraic expression. So let us recall. In mathematics, an algebraic expression is an expression which is made up of variables and constants along with algebraic operations. That is, these are the 4 operations: plus, minus, multiplication and division. So one example is given: x plus 1, then x square plus y plus 7, 2xy plus 5. So these are some of the examples of algebraic expression. So what happens in an algebraic expression is that in an algebraic expression it is made up of a variable. Here the variable is x, one constant, that is 1 is the constant, and one algebraic operation. Here I have used the algebraic operation plus. It can be minus as well as multiplication and division. So got this point? Now moving on, what is an equation? There is a fine difference between an algebraic expression and an equation. So let us see. In mathematics, an equation is a statement that asserts the equality of two expressions. So we already came to know what is expression. So in an equation there will be two expressions followed by a equality symbol. So we can see here x square plus 1. This is an expression where there is a variable as well as a constant, equals to 23. Now you might be thinking that this is not an expression. Yes, it is an expression. Here there is no variable, of course. The variable value is here 0. So this is also an expression only having a constant. And there is an equality symbol. So the difference between an algebraic expression and an equation is this equality symbol. Here there was no equality symbol. Here there is. So clear this point? Now then, what is linear equation in one variable? Now before going to that, you can see here there are different variables used here. Here there is x, here there is xy, here also there is xy, here there is x, here there is x, here there is z. So there are various variables that are being used here. So if the equation has to be a linear equation in one variable, then as the name suggests, there should be only one variable, not like this xy or here xy. Here two variables are used. So definitely these are not linear equations in one variable. So let us go to the definition. In mathematics, a linear equation in one variable is an equation which has only one variable and the highest power of the variable is 1. Yes, this is another condition. There are two conditions. First of all, it should have one variable. Secondly, that variable's power should not be more than 1. The value of the highest power, that means the value of the power of that variable, should be equal to 1. Here in this case you can see x square plus 1 is equals to 23. Here the power is what? 2. Definitely this is not a linear equation. Here, yes it is. Here, of course. So let us see one example. It will be clear to you the differences. Example, x plus 1 equals to 19. Yes, this is a linear equation because here the variable is x and the highest power of x is what? 1. If nothing is there, it is 1. Now look here. Here also some of the examples are given. 2x plus 6 equals to 10. Yes, this variable can be accompanied by a coefficient. Like here it is 2. It's not mandatory that only the single variable will be there. It can be accompanied by a coefficient. Clear? Also, the variable can repeat. Say in this equation, y plus 3 equals to y plus 10. So y is here also and here also. So you can say that there are two variables. It is the same variable. Also the power is same. That is 1. If it would have been y square, then definitely not. This is not a linear equation. But since here the power is same, that is 1. So it is a linear equation. Similarly, it can be applied for different algebraic operations or different operations, you can say. So it is not only addition or subtraction, it can be multiplication, it can be division as well. Clear? Now moving on, algebraic equation. Now you might be thinking, what is algebraic equation? It is nothing but it is the same thing that we have learned a while ago, that is algebraic expression and equation. We have combined it both, and that is algebraic equation. No big difference is there. It is the same thing. Just the name has changed, nothing else. So let us see. An algebraic equation is an equality involving variables. Same thing, it has variables. It has an equality sign. The expression on the left of the equality sign is the left hand side. It is called the left hand side. And the expression on the right of the equality is called the right hand side, or the RHS. So here you can see this portion 2x plus 6 is on the left hand side, since it is on the left of the equality sign, and this is on the right. This is 10 on the right of the equality sign, so this will be the right hand side. That's what I have written here. Now moving on, in an algebraic equation, the values of the expression on the left hand side and right hand side are equal. This is the condition that if it is an equation, the left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. It is not that the left hand side will be greater or the right hand side will be greater, or any side will be less than the other side. It's not like that. Both the sides are equal. That's why we use the equality symbol. It is not just a form of writing. It means that both the sides are equal. Now moving on, this happens to be true only for a certain value of the variable. Now you can see it is written here, this happens to be true only for a certain value of the variable. So this left hand side and right hand side will be equal for a certain value of the variable. The variable that has been used, we have to assign a value to it. Only then this condition will turn to be true. Let us see one example. 2x minus 3 equals to 7. Now we don't know what is the value of x. Now this side will be equal to 7 only when we assign a value to x. So if we assign x equals to 5, so this condition turns out to be true. So that means x is what? It is called the solution. That value which we assign to the variable on which both the left hand side and the right hand side turns out to be equal, that value of x or that value of the variable is called the solution of the equation. Now how to find out this solution? Here ready-made we have directly put the value x equals to 5. It is not that always we will know the value of x or whatever the value of the variable or the solution. So if we are asked to find out the solution, how will we do it? Let us see. We can find the solution of the algebraic equation by assuming the two sides of the equation to be balanced. Yes, we have assumed it already. We have already assumed it that both the sides are equal. In the earlier point we have already discussed this. Now after assuming that both the sides are equal, then what you have to do, you have to just simplify it. Here what you have done, you have transposed this 3 to the right hand side, and here on the left hand side it was minus, so if after transposing it will change the sign, it will be plus. Then we got this much, and then what we did, we divided both the LHS and RHS by 2. So we got the solution, that is x equals to 5. Clear? So in this way we can find out the solution of the algebraic equation. So I hope you all have understood it. Please go through your textbook. This was just the introduction part. In the next class we will be discussing further in the chapter. So that's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.